Good morning to all the participants joined in the weekend virtual program on work-life balance conducted by the Professional Skills Enrichment Committee of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India in association with Heartfulness. We have with us today's resource person, Madam Harsada Kulkarni, and our expert, CA Dr. Pradeep Gupta. We are welcoming Harsada Kulkarni Madam and CA Dr. Pradeep Gupta, as well as our Mr. Prasanna Krishna, BH. So that we welcome you in this weekend virtual program on work-life balance. We are conducting daily basis the daily virtual program on work-life balance from Monday to Friday at 8:30 p.m. and on Saturday and Sunday at 10:30 a.m. so that all are requested to join these virtual sessions on work-life balance on regular basis. Right now, I am handing over the session to CA Prasanna Krishna, BH, to introduce the Madam Harsada Kulkarni, and thereafter handing over the session to Madam Harsada Kulkarni for further proceeding.
Thank you, Dr. Sambit. Thanks a lot. It's my pleasure to.
Maybe disturbances in his internet connectivity. I think so. Ma'am, then you can introduce and you can start it.
Yes, sure. Thank you, Dr. Sambit. Thank you, Prasanna Bhai. Hello, everyone. Once again, privileged to be with all of you and to offer this session. My name is Harshada Kulkarni. I work in an IT company currently, and I have been handling many roles worldwide. I work in a large MNC, which is a Canada-based company currently, and I'm a heartfulness practitioner for almost 25 years now, and I love to contribute my facilitate through through these sessions in companies as well as institutions. So really privileged to be with all of you. Happy to be here. So to begin with, just a quick recap on what we did yesterday. We saw a video by Taji, who is a global guide of heartfulness. And he spoke about the balance between the inner life and outer life, bringing the balance. And if you come to think of it, we cannot talk about outer balance unless we are internally balanced. So in a quick nutshell, how do we work on our inner selves, right, to nurture that side of us better and better? And meditation is one of the tools. Heartfulness brings a lot of tools, and we'll explore more today. So we will do a quick practice, a small practice, which is very, very potent when we practice it regularly. Anytime when you are free or not doing anything, which probably none of the CAs are they're constantly busy. But even when you are just relaxing and you just want to be with yourself, we will just practice what you could do whenever you are at rest. So request you to close your eyes gently and softly. Connect with our hearts. And think as well as feel that all of us here are united. Our hearts are connected. also make a resolution that I would like to participate in this session to the best of my ability by fully being here and now, without any distractions. Now make a prayerful suggestion that everyone is developing correct thinking, right understanding, and an honest approach to life. Everyone is developing correct thinking, right understanding, and an honest approach to life. As you prayerfully suggest this, feel that it is happening with everyone around us and with ourselves as well. Keeping this inner connection intact, you may open your eyes. Thank you. I would like to share a video by Taji, which I really like, and maybe you will enjoy as well. It would be nice to, when you are watching this video, it would be nice if you can, maybe write down or make a mental note of the key takeaways for yourself. And also if you would like to share in the chat, what are the key takeaways for you? All right. I'm just guessing I did not share it with the sound. Just give me 1 second. Please let me know if you are not able to hear the sound.
Do you have enough enthusiasm to undertake any task that is given to you? Even though you may have not learned it in your class or in college, but come what may, you are facing the challenge and say, I will do it. I am so enthused. I may not be capable of it, but I am willing to try my best. So we need to have such a mindset. I often used to share one message with our employees during my active business days, that we spend most of our time, 8 to 10 hours a day perhaps, out of 14, 16 hours of waking period. Rest of the time we rest, we sleep. There is hardly even 2 hours of time we spend with our dear ones at home. Most of the time is in the work environment. So shouldn't we create a family environment at workplace? And what is family to us? Family is where everybody is one. They are not competing. Wife is not competing against husband. Children are not competing against parents. Parents are happy to see children surpassing their abilities. And if you can create such an environment that if my colleague surpasses my ability, instead of feeling jealous and threatened, feel happy that someone with a greater virtue, someone with a greater expertise is better than me. And we should be cheerful about it, that in my team such an individual exists. But unfortunately, we jail ourselves, we punish ourselves with such negative tendencies. And what happens as a result? With your negative tendency, you are not going to destroy anybody else but yourself only. Negative tendencies produces negative neurotransmitters. Negative neurotransmitters in turn creates negative hormones in our bloodstream. And as a result, our physical and mental health suffers. Because of that consequence, the spiritual health also suffers. And what is the spiritual health? Spiritual health can be measured, just as we measure temperature, just as we measure the consciousness through various EEG models. Inner spiritual health can be measured with your level of enthusiasm. Do you have enough enthusiasm to undertake any task that is given to you? Even though you may have not learned it in your class or in college, but come what may, you are facing the challenge and say, I will do it. I'm so enthused. I may not be capable of it, but I'm willing to try my best. So we need to have such a mindset. Now, to have such a creative mindset, clearer mindset, how can I have it? Creativity and clarity of mind. Both are the products of meditation, dhyana. So far, whatever we have achieved in day-to-day life, it's a product of our education, something that we know. Creativity is the product of something we don't know. You want to bring in some new aspect. You want to be a front runner of some new ideas. It doesn't come, though the present level of education or awareness can streamline my awareness in certain direction. We are mixing something from the unknown, something that we are not used to at all. For example, all the research is new tracks which were found by our forerunners, for example, Newton. Right? We have seen how apples and mangoes keeps falling, but nobody thought of why does it fall towards the earth and not towards the sky. Something new was revealed to him in that quieter moment when he was resting under a tree. Similarly, Archimedes, when he was resting, restful mind. Similarly, if you know life history of Einstein, he used to spend most of his time at home, 2 to 3 hours in a shower, in a bathtub, relaxing. We have the accelerated pathway, not wasting 2-3 hours to relax, but close your eyes and sit for 20 minutes to 30 minutes and achieve a greater depth. Tap into that unknown and see what sort of ideas may emerge. It's not just about God realization or Brahma Vidya, but tapping into our inner unknown, inner subconscious or superconscious, as people put it. We are tapping into creativity. When I was studying in master's program in pharmacy, many things were discovered, and one of them was how silicone layering in the pharmaceutical containers, especially injectables, though the water doesn't stick to it, but the preservative will be absorbed by silicone. It was such a contradictory topic of those times that my professor said, no, you are making a mistake. But then day after day, when I meditated on the topic, it was very clear through scientific formulations of that. And I told my research guide, said, I will take a chance and convince my examiner. And that's what had happened. I was able to prove, and that is solely because of meditation. Even in the business world, the decision we take when you are quiet and calm, with a peaceful mind, whatsoever decision you make while involving your heart, it will always be right. And I often say to my friends, colleagues, youngsters, that scan through all your life's decisions, especially when you have gone wrong. Scan it. See the outcome of wrong action that made you unhappy. What was behind it? Was your mind agreeing or was your heart agreeing to it? Mind may have agreed out of greed or out of logical. But if the heart says don't do it and you overrule your heart and still end up doing it, the consequences are always bad. Meditation tells us always the first product of meditation is discernment, meaning to differentiate between right and wrong, beneficial versus not so beneficial. Am I causing it, or the thing that I'm doing is a product of something else? So the cause and effect can also be ruled out in the very beginning itself. So to me, meditation is a fundamental thing. Just even to sit quietly for a few minutes and reflecting on the decision that you're going to make in next few minutes also can change your life for better. When we talk of industries, as a CEO or as an HR or as a head of the department, the decisions that I end up making, is it for overall good or is it to impose my egoistic idea? If it is not for overall good, then I better swallow that better pill. I should swallow that decision of hurting many employees by my decision. And this aspect is very critical as it comes to HR. Because earlier, as we say, we should work as a family. And if my decision is going to hurt the family, I don't make that decision, period.
Just give you a minute to sort of think about how or what stayed with you through this while you were watching this video. Feel free to share in the chat if you like. It's interesting how when two people watch something, I may find something that sticks to me from that video, which touches me, and somebody else who's watching may find something else very resonating with their heart. So when you share, it will be an interesting thing to see what really touched you when you were watching this video. And what is your key takeaway, if you like to see it that way? I would also like to share something very interesting. So Daji, the global guide of heartfulness, he often talks about this interesting formula that Dr. Adizes has given. Dr. Adizes is a organizational transformational leader. He is a management guru, if you want to say it that way, but one of the top management gurus. And he came up with this formula for success. Now, a lot of people relate success with happiness. If I'm successful, I'm happy. Sometimes people also say, if I'm successful, I'm peaceful. May or may not be true, but that's for each of us to, ponder upon. So if you look at this formula, when we think of external integration and internal disintegration, The external integration is basically a way in which an organization or an individual is integrating with their environment. So it could be a strategy, it could be the output, right? That they're trying to give to the environment and also to respond to the opportunities. Any guesses on what is internal disintegration? I'll let you think a bit. So it could be the inner fighting, internal fighting that occurs within an organization or within us in terms of the inner turmoil, self-doubt, mistrust, destructive tendencies. And it is sort of an input to which will contribute to getting a right in output in an organization or within an individual also. So if I have to think of what would be the disintegration for internal disintegration, if it comes to clients for chartered accountants, I would probably think of a client who's really bad at record keeping and maybe delays in tax filing or receipts are not kept or does not respond in time for queries and very ill kept records of any accounts. That could be probably an example of disintegrated organization also. Or sometimes when if it's a family business, the internal disputes of the family could cause a lot of challenges for accounting. And that's my imagination, of course. I am not a chartered accountant. Just thinking through some of the examples. So let's say if we have to think of, we realize that this is what is causing my disintegration. And if we think of how much energy I have, right? Or how much energy do we have? Or how much capacity an organization has? It's always finite, right? So let's say I'm really sick. My spouse just says, hey, why don't we call so-and-so friends for dinner tonight? I'm really sick. I don't really have the energy to, invite somebody or have that get together. Or, you are really exhausted at the end of the week and your spouse says, let's go out for dinner. At that point of time, you may say, no, not today, And that's because your internal energy, you are really so tired that you don't have the energy to give out. So the same thing, right? If the internal systems are not in line, the inner turmoil is so bad, how do we respond to the external demands? How do we respond to the external opportunities, right? So what is it that helps me to build this integration internally? It could be my habits. It could be my way of living. It could be my attitudes. It could be my tendencies, which take me to a particular behavior. And then from my behavior and habits, my character is built. So if we think of also how Daji was saying, if we think of the work environment, if we make it like a family, and if you wonder what brings a family together, it's the mutual trust and respect. And of course, love. Love is a higher step, I would say. So if we think of it, right, the mutual trust and respect is what will integrate us. That is the first step. If we start from there, then we are able to build more and more, right? But if it is not there, definitely we are disintegrated as individuals, as organizations as well. And then we obviously cannot respond. We cannot even really figure out the optimum capabilities. We cannot live up to our capabilities and we cannot respond to the right opportunities. So I hope you are so far with me. I'll give you a couple of maybe 2-3 seconds to just assimilate this. Moving on. So how do we reduce this internal disintegration? Again, saying, okay, I have to behave good, I have to have a right habit, I have to build my character in a particular way, because I know that there are self-doubts, I know that there are challenges when I have emotional responses. I'm aware of all my challenges which cause disintegration. And you please take time if you feel that you need to take time to write down what causes you internal disintegration. When we write down all the things, it could be a dispute in the family, it could be you responding in a particular way, it could be your way of your perception, it could be anything. So maybe you could write down. And how do we reduce, unless we reduce that, how do we create that energy, more energy, to be able to respond to external world, the outer life that we say? My inner life has to be healthy and strong. So which are the tools? So heartfulness gives really like basic tools we are already aware. We have all been practicing through these sessions, the meditation, cleaning, and the bedtime prayer. These are all the practices which are available, which when we practice very, very regularly, slowly, when it becomes a habit and a lifestyle, we are able to reduce this internal disintegration. We are becoming self-aware. We are able to understand what's going on within us. There are times when we respond and we don't even know what's happened. Only post the action has been taken, we realize, oh my God, I shouldn't have behaved this way. So even before we get into something, when our heart is giving us a signal, hey, wait, take a pause. That's the ideal thing, right? So these are the tools which are available and which are being offered. Each time when we are into these sessions, we are practicing them. And it would be wonderful if we all practice absolutely daily, regularly, all the three tools, three methods that we have been taught. And watch for ourselves, how it is shaping us, or is it helping you, right? So I'm going to stop my slides now, and we will get straight into the practice if you're all ready. Feel free to put your observations, anything that you feel, in the chat box. So please be comfortable in your seats. Sit with ease and comfort. Close your eyes gently and softly. Allow your mind to focus on your body, and particularly to your feet. Gently wiggle your toes and feel them relax. Feel that the healing energy from Mother Earth is entering your feet, relaxing your feet and ankles. Invite and allow this energy to move up to your knees, deeply relaxing your lower legs, calf muscles, and your knees. Allow this energy to move up to your thighs and the pelvic areas. Relaxing every muscle. Feel this energy moving up to your back, relaxing your lower back, upper back. Every muscle in your back is now completely relaxed. As we are going through this relaxation process, allow yourself to let go. Allow your mind to just be here in this process. Feel now that the energy is moving to your stomach, relaxing the abdominal muscles, your gut area, moving up to the chest area, relaxing your entire chest. Feel the energy moving to your hands, relaxing your entire hands, upper arms, forearms, palms, fingers, up to the fingertips. Relax your shoulders and feel as if they are melting away. Feel the energy moving to your neck, relaxing the neck muscles, moving up to the facial area, relaxing your jaw, mouth, earlobes, nose, eyes, all the facial muscles, including your eyebrows, forehead, top of your head, and to the back of your head. Feel how your entire body is now completely relaxed and immersed in the healing energy. Let us bring our attention to our heart to begin with the meditation. Try and connect to the deepest core of your heart. The source of divine light, which is already present in your heart, is pulling your entire attention inward. During meditation, stay there and remain focused on this source of divine light in your heart. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back. Please remain seated until you hear again from me. Please start meditation. That's all. Please keep your eyes closed for a few seconds. Observe how you feel at this very moment. Try and compare if this condition is different from the condition before you started the meditation. Note any difference. If there is no difference, that's fine too. Just note that down. Make a mental note of how you're feeling at this moment. When you feel ready, open your eyes gently. So once again, a quick recap. We need to work on our internal disintegration, if there is any, to be able to respond to the situations, to the circumstances around us in more meaningful manner. Ensuring that we are able to reach the optimum output. So there's a lot of questions. Okay, maybe not. I'm not sure. Okay. What can I do to ensure I am devoting enough time to my goals and relationship? I think being CAs, I'm not fit to tell you how to manage your time. But one of the observations that I have seen is, since the time I have started meditation and since I've become much more regular and got deeper into it, my time management has become much more better, and I'm able to really optimize my time to the best. And also when I am able to clear my mind of any clutter when I come back from office and I do my cleaning, I'm with my family, they enjoy when I'm regularly practicing. So the goal becomes clearer, the relationships become better, people start supporting and give the kind of cooperation that we need to achieve our goals. So it's not just the inner integration, it also starts reflecting outward. And as we practice, we start realizing it. So hopefully that answers the question. Okay, can work-life balance impact mental health and well-being? I guess it's obvious it will, because like he was saying, Daji, and also all of us experience, all of us are so much deeply buried in work. Many a times there are weeks after weeks that go and we suddenly realize that maybe something starts bothering us. Maybe there was a time when I was really working day in day out because of some project delivery, and my meditation practice became it was difficult to do it, and so I sort of neglected myself, my health. Suddenly there was a problem in my neck, and I then realized, hey, I better balance this, otherwise this is going to be a big challenge. So not just my physical health, but my emotional health also started getting, um, impacted. So yes, when we balance our work and life, also our sleep, I think it's very important that we have enough sleep. And it's not just the quantity of the sleep, right? The number of hours that we sleep, it's also the quality of the sleep. And the quality of sleep will only happen when we are able to calm ourselves, we are able to have the right focus, the clarity. And just before bed, when we do this bedtime meditation, we are preparing ourselves for the sleep, for a calmer sleep, for a better sleep, and also to sort of have that inner connect established to sustain it. What we have practiced during the day, the meditative practice, that stays throughout the night with us through this bedtime prayer meditation. And that obviously gives us better sleep. That improves our health. So all of this is, proven also in many neuroscientific ways also. Maybe some of those you're already being aware of through these sessions. Feel free to ask questions to other trainers when they talk about sleep. I'm saying,
You are not audible, Harsada ji. Is there any problem?
I think some problem is there. Okay.
Okay,
No
then
issue. Then can you close the session? In
Yes.
other session, we can edit the questions.
I'm sorry.
Joined.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I think my internet acted up. So yes, the flexible work timings also pose a lot of challenges to us, and it does give, an impression that we are always available. But that also gives us an opportunity to take care of our health, because when we are not traveling to work, the time is saved. We are able to set up a routine for exercise, and also maybe the quiet time, like meditative practices can be easily done because we don't have to spend that time in going to offices. So maybe that is sort of like a boon sometimes, because we are saving time. Okay. What are some of the ways to disconnect from work and recharge during our personal time? I think all of us know this, right? All of us are aware of this. Disconnecting from work is the trickiest part, because if we are workaholics, if we are really, very, we are driven towards the results, that happens that we are really focused on work and we are not able to get out of it. But yes, when we have a time set for these three practices, yesterday's video, Daju was saying that every single day when I decide a time to meditate in the morning, do my cleaning in the evening at a particular time, and also the bedtime meditation at a particular time. And past that, I'm not going to look at my mobile. I'm just going to go back straight to sleep. I think all of this helps. So I'm being cognizant of the time. It's 11:30. I know there might be more questions. I'm sorry if I'm not able to respond, but I'm sure other trainers will do that. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Over to you, Dr. Sambit.
Thank you. Thank you, Harsada Kulkarni ma'am.
Thank you.
We are thankful to Harsada Kulkarni ma'am for discussing about the various features of work-life balance. We are also thankful to our experts, CA Dr. Pradeep Gupta, and our whenever we are calling always Mr. Pradeep, Mr. Prasanna Krishna, who was along with Dr. Pradeep Gupta, always we find Mr. Prasanna Krishna for guiding and mentoring us in daily work-life balance sessions. Last but not least, we are thankful to each and every participants of this work-life balance session. And we are once again thankful to our resource person, Harsada Kulkarni ma'am. We expect many more sessions in near future from you. So that with this, we'll conclude today's session. Thank you to all.